Cancer, August 6th. You are not here to shrink. You are here to make the room adjust to you. And the heat around you, it is not just weather. It is pressure. It is proof. It is asking where you keep hiding your real face. Queen of Wands, this card is loud in the best way. Queen of Wands is about showing up with warmth and making that warmth undeniable. I'm seeing you in a moment where you stop waiting for the perfect signal and you just post the thing, say the thing, wear the thing, walking like you belong there. You do not need to ask permission to take up space. You already have it. The move here is simple. Lead with your own pulse. Speak before you overthink it. Own the room without apologizing. You knew this already, but you keep acting like confidence has to be earned from outside you. It doesn't. The danger with Queen of Wands is burnout. So do not try to carry everybody's mood and your own ambition at the same time. Pick what is yours. Put the rest down. Seven of Swords. This card is about what is being hidden and who is editing the story. Let me rephrase that. Seven of Swords is showing a situation where somebody is not saying the whole truth or you are not saying yours. The behavior is specific. You check the text twice before sending it. You leave one foot out the door. You say, "Hoots, fine," when it is not fine. That is the pattern. Seven of Swords asks you to look at the loophole. Look at the part that does not match. If somebody's words are smooth but their actions are slippery, trust the actions. Don't lie to yourself. Strategy is useful. Secrecy can protect you. But not if you are using it to avoid a real conversation. Not if you are calling avoidance peace. Actually, no, that is not peace. That is delay, and delay has a cost. Knight of Cups. This card moves with feeling, but it still moves. Knight of Cups is the message sent, the apology offered. The invitation made. This is not about sitting and longing and calling it romance. This is about putting feeling into motion. If you want the connection, send the text. If you want the creative life, submit the work. If you want to repair something, show up with the words and the follow through. I'm seeing a Cancer who can feel everything, but has been waiting for the other person to make the first clean move. That wait is over. Make the offer if it is sincere. Say what you mean if you mean it, but do not overpromise just because the mood is beautiful. Knight of Cups can get lost in fantasy if nobody checks the ground. So keep the heart open and keep your feet on the floor. So the moment is this. Queen of Wands says, take up space. Seven of Swords says, notice what is being hidden. Knight of Cups says, make the honest move. That is the whole thing. Warmth, discernment, then action. Not performance, not guessing. Action. Cancer, listen. August 6th is not asking you to hide. It is asking you to show up with your whole face on. This is loud about that. Queen of Wands. This is you when you stop asking permission. Queen of Wands is confidence, charisma, and warm authority. You walk into the room and people feel it. You post the work before it feels perfect. You speak up in the tense conversation. You do not shrink because somebody else needs you smaller. The warning is here too. Queen of Wands can burn out by trying to hold everything. So lead, yes. But do not become the person who does every job just to prove you can. The Hermit reverse, this is isolation that has gone too far. The Hermit reversed is what happens when you say you need space, but really you are avoiding the conversation. You have been sitting with your phone face down. You have been doomed scrolling instead of thinking. You have not replied for days, and now the silence is doing the talking for you. Actually, no, that silence is not wisdom. It is stalled insight. It is disconnection. You need to re-enter the room. Name what you have been avoiding. Ask for honest reflection. Do not confuse hiding with healing. Seven of Swords. This card is about strategy, but also secrecy. Seven of Swords shows up when somebody is editing the truth to avoid conflict. Or when you are doing that, you are checking for loopholes instead of being direct. You are keeping one foot out the door while pretending you are fully present. I'm seeing a pattern where the story sounds neat, but the actions do not match. Look at what is being hidden. Question the convenient version. Do not trust appearances too quickly. And do not lie to yourself about what you already know. Knight of Cups. This is the offer, the message, the honest move from the heart. Knight of Cups is romance in motion, but it has to be real. You send the heartfelt text. You show up with flowers and an apology. You say the thing you have been rehearsing in your head. That is the good part. The caution is simple. Do not chase a mood and call it commitment. Do not get lost in the fantasy of being chosen while ignoring what is actually happening. Let feeling move you, yes, but keep your feet on the ground. So here is the moment, Cancer. Laid with warmth, stop disappearing. Stop editing the truth to make it easier to swallow. If you want the connection, make the offer. If you want the respect, take up space. If you want clarity, stop hiding from the part of the story that keeps tugging at you. Now act like it. Cancer, August 6th. This is not soft. It is a hold up. It is the part where the room goes quiet because somebody stopped answering, stopped explaining, stopped showing up clean. Queen of Wands, this card is the first signal and it is loud. Queen of Wands says you already know how to lead when you are not second guessing every move. It says stop shrinking your voice to keep the peace. Stop waiting to be invited into your own life. Post the work. Speak first. Take the seat. You can feel the heat of your own presence here, and you do not need to apologize for it. The Hermit reversed, this card is the stall. The Hermit reversed means the quiet has gone too long, and now it is not healing, it is avoidance. You have been not replying. You have been sitting with the same thought in circles. You have been calling it space when it is really distance from a truth you do not want to name. Actually, no, it is worse than that. It is letting the silence do the dirty work for you. Re-enter the conversation. Say what you have been dodging. Ask the hard question before the story hardens. Four of Wands. This card is the anchor. Four of Wands says there is something real here, something worth marking, something that can hold weight if you stop treating it like it will vanish the second you celebrate it. I'm seeing a milestone that wants witnesses, a home base, a moment where people can finally show up for you if you let them. Do not rush past the wind because the conflict is louder. Do not act like stability is boring just because it is not dramatic. That is the foundation speaking. Seven of Swords. This card is the leak in the floor. Seven of Swords says somebody is editing the truth. Maybe you, maybe them, maybe both. Check the text that was left on read. Check the explanation that sounded smooth but did not match the timing. Check the excuse that keeps changing shape, because this is not about paranoia. It is about strategy that has crossed into secrecy. If you are keeping one foot out the door, say that. If they are doing it, name it. Do not confuse concealment with wisdom. Knight of Cups. This card is the invitation, but it has to be real. Knight of Cups says make the heartfelt move, but do not dress up a mood and call it commitment. Send the message, make the apology, offer the meeting. Say what you feel without promising what you cannot carry. There is romance here, yes, but it has to land in actual behavior. Flowers are nice. Follow through is better. The heart can lead, but it cannot lie for long. So this is simple, even if it is uncomfortable. Led like Queen of Wands. Stop hiding like the Hermit reversed. Honor what is already standing like Four of Wands. Cut through the secrecy of Seven of Swords. Then make the sincere move of Knight of Cups with both feet on the ground. Cancer, do not let withdrawal interrupt what is trying to become home. Cancer, August 6th. This is where the truth stops hiding. I'm seeing a clean break in the pattern here. Not loud, just undeniable. Queen of Wands. You already know how to take up space, and you have been doing it more than people realize. Queen of Wands is saying stop shrinking to keep the room comfortable. Post the work. Speak first, walk in like you belong there, because you do. But don't turn strength into a performance. Don't burn yourself out carrying everything just to prove you can. The Hermit reversed. This reversal is the part where silence stops being wise and starts becoming avoidance. The Hermit reversed is showing me the days you did not answer. The tabs you kept open. The thinking that never became action. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It's not that you needed space. It's that you used distance to avoid a conversation you already knew you had to have. Re-enter the chat, name the thing. Stop calling isolation healing when it is really stalling. Four of Wands. There is something stable here, something earned. Four of Wands is homecoming energy, a milestone. A place, a bond, a moment that actually held. Don't rush past that. Don't act like what you built is small just because it is familiar now. Mark it, celebrate it, let people show up for you. If you have been waiting for the perfect moment to feel proud, stop. The win is already here. Page of Wands reversed. This is where the spark gets blocked by self-doubt. Page of Wands reversed is that draft you open and close. That idea you keep talking yourself out of, that first step you keep postponing because you want to feel ready. You do not need perfect confidence. You need motion. Start small. One message, one sketch. One post. One honest sentence. Don't confuse fear with failure. You already knew that. Seven of Swords. Here is the part where the hidden thing matters. Seven of Swords is strategy, yes, but it can also be secrecy that protects the wrong thing. Look at what is being edited. Look at what is being left out. Look at the convenient story. Somebody is keeping one foot out the door, or you are. If the truth keeps getting softened, delayed, or dodged, that is the truth talking. Knight of Cups, and now the heart wants a move. Knight of Cups is the message, the offer, the apology, the honest reach. This is not fantasy. This is feeling made visible. If you want it, say it. If you mean it, show up with it. But keep your feet on the ground. Don't promise more than you can carry. Don't chase the mood and call it love. Make the offer because it is sincere, not because you are lonely. So the turning point is simple. Name what has been concealed. Name what you actually want. Then act like the answer matters. That is the moment. Cancer, August 6th. This is where the truth stops hiding in the walls. I'm seeing a clean split now. What you've been avoiding and what you actually want are no longer the same thing. Queen of Wands. This card is loud in the best way. Queen of Wands says, stop asking if you're allowed to be seen. You are meant to take up space, and you do it with warmth, not apology. Post the thing, say the thing. Walk into the room like you belong there, because you do. But don't overwork yourself trying to prove you deserve the spotlight. You do not need to burn out to be impressive. The Hermit reversed. The Hermit reversed is the part where silence stopped helping and started costing you. You've been in your head too long. You've been calling it reflection, but really it's delay. You stopped answering. You sat with the same thought until it turned into a wall. Actually, no, it's time to re-enter the conversation. Name what you've been dodging. Ask the question. Read the message. Don't hide and call it wisdom. Four of Wands. Four of Wands is the foundation showing up solid. There is something here worth celebrating, a milestone, a home base, a moment where you can finally say, I built this. Don't rush past it. Don't minimize it because it's not perfect yet. Let people show up for you. Let the win be real. Let the room feel warm. Page of Wands reversed. Page of Wands reversed is the blocked spark. The draft gets opened, then closed. The idea gets talked about, then shelved. The supplies are bought, but nothing starts. I'm seeing hesitation, not lack of talent. You are not failing. You are stalling at the edge of visibility. Start small. One text, one post, one first step. You already knew. Fear is not a stop sign. The Empress. The Empress is the reminder to feed what you want to grow. Not with pressure. With care, with food, with time, with rest, with real support. If you've been pouring into everyone else and calling it love, stop. Tend to your body. Tend to the project. Tend to the home. Let receiving be part of the work. Growth does not come from depletion. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the hidden move. Something has been edited, softened, or left half said to avoid conflict. Because this is where the clarity lands. Check the story for loopholes. Check your own story too. What are you not saying because you want to keep the peace? What are they not saying because it protects their exit? About what you already noticed. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is the emotional offer, the sincere message, the apology with flowers, The heart moving first, but not recklessly. This is not fantasy. This is a real invitation if it's grounded. Say what you mean. Make the offer. Follow the feeling, but keep your feet on the floor. Don't chase mood. Chase truth. This is the turning point. Name what's concealed. Name what's wanted. Then move like you mean it. Cancer, August 6th. I'm seeing a chapter where the room gets brighter, but only if you stop hiding in the corner of it. Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is front and center here. Queen of Wands says you are done asking permission to be seen, because this is the fire you already carry from this finally stepping out into the light. You post the work before it feels perfect. You speak up in the tense conversation. You walk in like you belong there because you do. Don't dim it. Don't shrink it to make other people comfortable. You already knew that. The Hermit reversed. The Hermit reversed is the part where you have been calling silence healing, when really it has just been distance. The Hermit reversed shows the text left on read, the draft that never gets sent, the little spiral that turns into a whole week of not answering anybody. Actually, no, this is not wisdom. This is avoidance, the same silence that stopped helping back in rare enter the conversation. Name what you have been dodging. Ask for the honest reflection instead of sitting alone with the same loop. Four of Wands. Four of Wands is the proof that something real has already been built. Four of Wands says stop rushing past the wind. Look at the home you made, the stable thing, the people who kept showing up. Celebrate it. Let somebody bring the cake. Let somebody witness the milestone. Don't treat stability like it is boring. For Cancer, this is big. This is homecoming energy. This is the room where your nervous system can finally unclench, the kind of steadiness that sits on the ground beneath your feet from Page of Wands reversed. Page of Wands reversed is the stalled spark. Page of Wands reversed looks like opening the Notes app, then closing it. Buying the supplies, then leaving them in the bag. Talking yourself out of the first step because you want confidence before movement. Hold on. That is not failure. That is fear at the door, the same spark you keep postponing from this, asking for one small beginning. Start small, one draft, one message. One messy beginning. Don't wait to feel fearless before you begin. The Empress. The Empress brings the return of nurture. The Empress says feed yourself before you feed everybody else. Protect the thing you are growing like it matters, because it does. This is practical care, a meal, a nap, a budget, a boundary, not performative softness. Real softness, real support. Create from fullness, not from the bone, deep exhaustion of trying to prove you can carry everything alone, because this is what grows when you stop forcing from Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is the quiet truth in the room. Seven of Swords shows where somebody is editing the story or where you are editing it to avoid a fight. Check the loopholes. Check the convenient explanation. Check the part where you keep one foot out the door just in case. Be honest with yourself. Strategy is not the same as integrity. If something needs to be hidden to survive, look at that. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is the sincere move. Knight of Cups says make the offer, send the heartfelt message, show up with the apology and the flowers if that is what is real. This is not about fantasy. This is about feeling with follow through. Let the heart speak, but keep your feet on the ground. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Let your tenderness choose the action, not the daydream. So the resolution is simple. Confidence, honesty. Grounded care, that is where the creative nurture comes back online. That is where the sparks stop stalling. That is where the home, the art, the relationship, the next moment can actually hold you. Choose the life that can hold your tenderness. Okay. That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.